Hey, what's up everyone? I'm 156 and welcome back to some more Stationeers on the Moon. So, what I'd like to do this episode is, since we finished our hallway here, we have all of our pipes and everything figured out. Everything is extending. I want to set up all of these controls in this hallway and then in this hallway as well. Make sure everything is set up properly, or everything's coded right, and then I want to expand our base this way. So what I'm thinking is we do two more hallways, one normal hallway, so then I can place a living quarters, and then I'll place like a medical facility, or we can do like a laboratory, or just something. Um, we'll do that, and then we'll do another hallway, which will essentially be a crossroads of sorts. So it'll have airlocks on either side, plus this side over here, and then on the very end we'll have a hangar, and then our base can extend in both directions. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Also, I need to figure out a way to protect our plants from solar storms. Because I am pretty sure the solar storm is what is causing damage to our soybeans here. So what I'll probably have to do is place windows with shutters. So then when a solar storm hits, I can close all the windows. And then when it goes away, I can open them back up. I wonder, actually, you know what? I'm going to test something because with the weather station, I'm trying to wonder if that can actually detect the solar storm or not. Let's see if we can't build one really quick. So 8 iron, 3 gold, 5 copper, 3 steel. So 8 iron and 3 gold. And we have, let's see, 5 copper and 3 steel. Alright, let's try this. Because if the weather station can detect the solar storm, then I can link my window shutters up to the weather station. Whenever that's active, the windows will close. When it's not active, they'll open, which is just another simple compare unit. And then while we're doing that, let's plan out how much steel I'm actually going to need to expand our base here. Because we'll do, let's see here, we'll do 30. So at least 38 steel, which means we'll probably just round up and make it 40. Which I have a bunch of steel frames on me, so let's make another batch of 30 steel frames then. Oops, that's too much. There we go. Okay, and we have a weather station. Sweet. What else do I need to make the weather station here? Weather station. We need plastic sheets, which I think I have a bunch of plastic sheets. Oh, I have 8 plastic sheets, so not a bunch, but I do have some. What I'll probably end up doing... I need to figure out what to do with these freaking walls here. Throw that right there. Let's kind of clear our inventory a little bit. Door. We have some pipe here. Let's see. Then we have window. Do I have any steel sheets? I need to keep the steel sheets that I do have. Floor grating, door. I'll keep all of that. Then we'll do that. And we'll take these guys with us. Alright, so that's going to take a minute. So let's head out. And then we're going to swap our waste tank for our propellant. And then, let's see here. Yeah, so we'll keep expanding our base this direction. I think that'll work. So the weather station, I can actually place up here. Let's see, because this is connecting. I can run a cable up this way. Actually, there's already a cable up here. The only downside is that it's gonna interfere with the solar panel, but I mean, is what it is, I suppose. Oh, I need a welding torch. There we go. Alright. Oh, I can't do it like that, can I? Okay, I need to hook this up to data. Which I guess I could take this cord all the way over this way. That'll work. Let's disconnect this. Since I'm not actually going to be placing any batteries right here, I can just do this, I suppose. Oh, oops. There we go. Alright, so we're going to see if this will detect the solar storm. I have no idea if it actually does, but we'll find out. And then I'm going to have to make a crap ton of shutters for this room here. Mainly, I just need them on top. I don't really need the shutters along these side windows right here. I just need them on top, which is still 25 freaking shutters. Okay, so let's see. Let's take our suit off. I've been trying to get in the habit of taking our suit off whenever we're inside, just to keep our hygiene levels down. All right, and we have a stack of 30, so we're gonna take all the steel frames that we have. What was I doing? Oh, shutters. Wood should be. Would they even be made through reinforced walls, right? Reinforced walls. There we go. Composite window shutter. Literally composite window shutter is what it's called. Oh, steel and solder. That's it? Okay, that's not bad. I'll just have to figure out where I want the connections to go. Which I guess I could place it like right here even. Alright, so I need at least 25. And if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to need to place walls on the outside. Okay. Yeah, we have some work to do. Alright, I need 4 more regular walls, so let's grab our steel, which is right here. I accidentally closed that, that's okay. Alright, and then I need a bunch of plastic, which I have 5 plastic on me right now, so I need another 25 plastic. And then I also need a bunch of glass too. Alright, so this will make about 26 plastic sheets. I only need 25, but that's okay. Because I need to place walls on the outside, because I'm going to have to dismantle the walls on the inside up top there. So then I can actually place these window shutters. So I'm thinking that'll hopefully solve our illumination stress on these plants here. Alright, perfect. Grab these, put that in there. Grab some glass and make a bunch of glass for us. I guess while I'm waiting, I can go drink some water too. And then I do want to place an airlock right here that goes outside to our, well, our current landing pad. Soon to be launch pad. Alright, perfect. These are done. So that should be everything I need, at least as of right now. So yeah, let's head outside. And we have the sun. Yeah, I'm anxious to see if this actually can detect a solar storm or not. That's going to be cool. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Filter low.
Sweet. I guess I could have done window shutters on the outside too, but it It makes more sense to have them on the inside because then I can connect everything up properly. Okay. Alright, sweet. So all the windows are built up top here, so I should be able to dismantle all the windows on the ceiling on the inside and we'd be completely fine. So with that being said, I believe these are all steel frames if I remember correctly. Yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, so then what I want to do here, we have, let's do this first. There we go. Okay, and now we'll place these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's our next hallway, and then we'll have an airlock here. Our batteries are completely full. That's so nice. At least these batteries are. These ones are struggling a bit, but they are slowly charging up. Alright, and then what we're going to have to do is dismantle these walls right here. Two, three, 4, 5. Alright. So there's hallway number 1. I guess it doesn't really matter how I do this. Yeah, we'll do another hallway. So we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Alright, so I need 2 more, but it's gonna look pretty good. And then yeah, what we're gonna do is on this end right here is gonna be a hanger. Yeah, so there's gonna be a hanger right here, and then there's gonna be a runway, which it'll actually look kind of cool having big old ships flying from like where this ledge is here. And then I'll have 2 hallways, one expanding this direction, and then another expanding this direction, which I'm not going to be able to expand a whole lot because of that crater there, but that's fine. Alright, so that's going to look good. And then yeah, once I get that hangar built, we're going to repurpose this landing pad as a launch pad. Okay, so let's go inside. And I should be able to see whether or not that solar storm's gonna hit, which I'm very curious. I'm gonna make the shutters either way, but if I can automate the shutters to turn on when the solar storm hits, that'd be a better way to do it. And actually, you know what I need to do? I need to properly hook this thing up. I want one of these in each room, actually. Which I could place it right here. And if I remember correctly, there is a cable in this wall, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that cable as well. Yeah, we'll just place it right there. That'll work. There we go. And we're slowly charging. So let's take our suit off for a minute. And then I need to make the window shutters. Which means I need 20 sides, so 50 steel and 25 solder. So 50 steel, and I only have 8 solder, so I'm going to have to go on a solder run here. Let's see. And solder's one that I need really low temperature to actually make right. Which this is really high temperature. Which means I can try to use our filtration, or not our filtration, our nitrogen. So yeah, what I want to try to figure out is filter the nitrogen out of this tank right here into this tank, and then I don't really need this tank though, now that I think about it, because essentially I can filter out the nitrogen from here. I can put it in our waste pipe, which will filter it into here, which will unfortunately increase this temperature. Wait, why are you only negative 111? Hmm. Probably because there's a crap ton of nitrogen in here. It's having issues cooling it. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's because we have too much pressure in here. Okay, so that's another issue that we're going to run into. These pipes are stressed. There's too much liquid in here. So let's look at nitrogen for a minute. So we have 567 kPa, negative 162. Yeah, so unfortunately I need this gas a little bit warmer. Which if we have 500 and, let's see, 565, so let's see here. I would need to keep, would need to keep a lower pressure, which maybe means I need to put some pressure regulators on here instead. Although this one's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on this. But we do have a liquid in this pipe right here, which is not good. Which all I really need to do is just lower the pressure and then we'd be fine. Although the liquid is actually evaporating. Alright, so the stress is dropping, so that's good. Alright, well, we're just going to let that do its thing, so... But this is actually not cooling as much as it needs to be. Alright, that stress is dropping. Okay, that's good. And this is liquefying again. Yeah, it'll fix itself, I think. But yeah, why is this not cooling down all the way? It could be because there's liquid in this pipe right here, which is having issues actually cooling it. So what I'm kind of wondering is, yeah, getting some pressure regulators might be the better idea, because then I can use pressure regulators on these three right here, and I can keep only a certain amount of nitrogen in these pipes. Yeah, maybe that's going to be the better idea. Because that could be the reason we're having a cooling issue. Let's see here. Pressure rate, so I need 15 iron, 3 gold, and 10... No. 6 copper. 15, 3, and 6. So 15... 6 and 3. Over here. Yeah, so these are all just going to be a bunch of pressure regulators to, because really for 200. Yeah, if I keep it maybe under or at about 100 kPa, that might be perfect actually. I also want to try something because I want to spray paint all of our cables up top so I know which cable's our main power line and which cable is not our main power line. But using spray paint to do that's going to be kind of a pain. So I'm wondering if there's something else. Oh, crap. Gosh dang it. I mean, that solved our problem. Granted, I'm going to have to do this anyway, so. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put pressure regulators in here. Which I need to get the pressure out of there. So let's do it this way first. And I need back pressure regulators, actually. Yeah, so let's do that first there. So there we go. Now let's make sure that's working. Alright, it is. And look at that stress just melt away. That's fantastic. Alright, and this one I'm just gonna keep how it is. Let's see, because... Yeah, so I need to keep it at about negative, well, negative 80, give or take. Because right now we have about 1 MPa, negative 144, so... Alright, we're still within the right parameters here, so that's good. 100 kPa. Okay, now that that's done, let's do this. Now I need pressure regulators here. And then I'm gonna have to do some cable management. Oh crap. Well, I had to do this anyways. There we go. Okay, and... hundred. There we go. Alright, well, we'll see if this works. So this should be pushing all of the heat from this. Yeah, so all the heat, the waste heat should be going in here. And all of this waste heat should be going in here. Granted, there might be too much of a temperature difference. Well, we'll see if this actually works. I might have to mess around with it a little bit more, which is fine. Alright, let's do that. And then I need solder, don't I? I do. Which means if I hook up our nitrogen pipe, which I'm gonna have to do that. So I guess what I could do, because I have an extra atmospherics unit, I might just delete these walls actually, but I could hook up our filtration unit here, filter the nitrogen out, and then hook that up to our waste. Granted, that's going to be really hot, but that's the downside. Ooh, we have a solar storm. Our poor plants. Oh, that does work. Okay, that's good to know. So that does detect solar storms. Our poor plants. I like how the wind thing is going too. That's hilarious. Granted, I guess maybe in a actual solar storm that would happen. I don't know. But the good news is that that actually does detect solar storms, which means I can automate our shutters. Well, I'm gonna get out of this room because it's really freaking bright in here. And then our soybeans should be okay. Alright, so what do I need for solder? I need iron and lead, which means I'm gonna have to go out and find some lead. Never mind, I have lead right here. And then I need 50 iron. Okay, and then I need a way to cool this down. So that's going to be the issue. Which I need this down to 277 degrees Celsius, and this is at 2000. I guess what I could do, which might actually work better, because this is keeping everything really hot. Yeah, I would need to super cool this furnace essentially. So I would need to pump the nitrogen that we have into that furnace. That's dropping quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on our coolant. So in the meantime, I need a bunch of solder. Now there's a couple of different ways that I can drop the temperature here. I can just keep cycling essentially these two sets of ingots through here until the temperature drops, but that's gonna take a minute. Or I could just use our other furnace. If I do it that way, I might actually just make a double batch. Yeah, setting up an automation thing for this would actually be a better idea. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that at some point. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is our other furnace is outside. So we're going to actually use this furnace to make our solder once the solar storm is gone. I wonder how our poor plants are doing right now. And I'm going to make a double batch. So we're going to have 2 of those, and then let's do this. Yeah, so we're going to make a double batch of solder. Then this will give us 200 solder. I just need our solar storm to go away. That robot does not seem to be affected by the solar storm at all. I need to automate these two rooms too. God, that's so bright. Canned French fries. It's kind of weird that canned French fries don't give you quite as much as normal French fries. Granted, they are canned, so. Come on, Solar Storm, go away. I need to go out and do stuff. Do I have any volatiles on me? I have a bunch of ice, some silver. I do not have any volatiles, at least not on me, and I don't have any saved. Gosh dang it. Well, the solar storm should be done here pretty soon. I guess what I can do is I can just head outside and deal with it. I probably don't really need my light, actually, now that I think about it. That is so freaking bright. Yeah, I might actually have to wait until... Oh, thank God. Okay, we're good. Alright, so got some volatiles. Let's go find some oxide here really quick. Which we have right over here. Alright, perfect. Well, on the plus side, our batteries should be completely full right now. Oh yeah, look at all those full batteries. Every single one of them is blue. That's amazing. Okay, so for solder, I don't need a whole lot. What do we have in here right now? Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have to actually process that. Okay, so we'll do... One, two, three. Let's go over here where it's dark. Or not really dark, but where there's no sunlight. Let's just do a 1-for-1 right now. Just enough to get this going. Oh, heck yeah. Gosh dang it. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this. All right, let's do another one. And then I need, yeah, so we're right within range. Sweet, okay, that was it. That's all I needed. Just some solder. And then we'll take your suit off. And then, yeah, we have a bunch of solder on us, so that's fantastic. So I need 50 steel and 25 solder. Put you back, and we'll put the 50 steel in here, and window shutters. Just a few of those. And then I want to keep working on our 2 hallways outside, but unfortunately my auto lathe is being currently used. So yeah, what I'm going to do is set up an airlock right here, which will go outside to this platform. And then I don't really need an airlock right here. This will just be a window. So I guess what I can do while I'm waiting is let's automate these rooms here. Let's see, here's our laptop. Oh, you're almost done. So this is going to be a fairly simple room. So what we're going to do is clear... Yeah, we'll just clear this out for right now. This yeah, so this is something I'm going to use to... Yeah, because I'm going to use this setup here to control the active vent. So I'm not worried about that. This I can actually just turn on once I get everything hooked up right. Alright, so I need room control, temperature control, and essentially just air control. Okay, so let's do define lights, define heaters, define coolers. And then I can also do the same thing with the like the gas sensor, the occupancy sensor. Let's see, so we have lights, we have heating, cooling, and then just air control is the rest of it. Alright, so let's do lights. We'll just do wall light, which is going to be this guy. Oh, nice and easy. And then what we'll have to do is we'll define the registers. But let's do light start. So activate R0. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll do activate. Oh, this is going to be room sensor. Activate. We'll just do some. I always do some. We'll do SB. Lights. Activate. Oops. On. Activate. Alright, let's make sure that works. Sweet. Alright, these should be done. And it looks like they are perfect. Alright, well, let's hold off on coding this really quick. And let's keep working on this guy. How you guys doing? You guys having issues? Yeah, you are. Okay, so oh, that's so nerve-wracking doing that. Actually, we'll just put this in here. Alright, so now I have to dismantle. God, I wish you could determine. Alright, so far so good. Sweet, okay. Okay, nice. That's all done. So now we can start placing these. Okay. I'm gonna have to make probably one more so I can get to the control panel. But the top windows are all covered. What do we need to actually continue making them? Let's see here. Composite window shutter. Okay, so the control, I need to hook up to power. Ooh. I wonder if I can place the control. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure where I'm going to place that wall there. So let's make... Because based on how this looks, there's a sensor. Yeah, so that's how it powers everything. Hmm. I think I might know how to do that. All right, let's make one more. So 2 steel and 1 solder. Let's see. I'm assuming we probably can't. Yeah, so it's gonna be blocked by everything. I mean, I could place it like here. I could place it there, I suppose. The only downside is I'm gonna have plants here, so maybe the logical place to put it would be right here. I might have to move that ladder, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But honestly, this might be the best place to place it. Okay, so I know what we're doing. So we need to make a trip outside. I might move our suit storages up here. This actually makes more sense. Not that it's a whole lot of trouble going over here and grabbing it, but we've got sunlight again. Okay. So, I'm thinking what we're gonna do is just a normal wall here and here. Do something like that. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. So, it actually might look better to have the control panel down here versus up here. Can I place cable in here? Okay, I can do that. And it might be better to have a cable go down the middle here. Alright, so let's do this. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we'll find out. I probably can't place a ladder here and have this. No. Which means I probably can't do it here either. Yeah, so we're going to place the control panel down here. We'll place another middle piece. Okay. Let's go make one more piece, and then I'm going to have to move that ladder. Grant, I kind of have an idea of where I want to place the ladder either way. Was it 2 steel? Yeah, so 2 steel, 1 solder. Okay, so we're gonna have to move this ladder. Oh, you need an angle grinder to deconstruct the ladder? That's interesting. Okay, and then let's do crowbar. Yeah, that light's freaking out. Actually, I could put the ladder right here. That actually might work better. So this is just going to be a normal flat wall. Yeah, we'll just do this. Oh crap. Messed up. Yeah, that's how I want that. There we go. Then the ladder can go like this, and then I can come up, walk around it if I have to, and then go back down, and then the control panel will be right here. So let's go up here for a minute. We're going to dismantle you, dismantle you, and angle grinder. Nice. Okay, so what do I need to build all this now? I need plastic sheets and cable. I need 4 cable and 2 plastic sheets, so good thing I have a crap ton of cable. Cable, coil plat. Okay, well, I have a bunch of cable, and it's for this reason right here. I think it's all outside. I think it's all right there. I don't think I have any cable inside. I have a stack of 46. It's probably not going to be enough, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I need a screwdriver. Alright, so here goes nothing. We actually had enough cable. That's fantastic. Alright, sweet. So cable's done. Now I need plastic sheets. I think I just need plastic sheets. I don't think I need any special tool. No, I just need plastic sheets. I kind of like the way these look better than normal walls. Alright, so that's done, and now I just need actual glass. I'm stuck. No, we're good. Alright, perfect. So then I need plastic sheets for you. Let's go downstairs. Now I just need to hook this up. Please tell me I can move this underneath the ladder. Okay, good. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh, that's fantastic. So what I'll probably have to do is I'll probably have to do shutters along these four windows right here. But this is a good start. I'm not too worried about these guys right now just because our plants are all the way up here. I don't think the sunlight will hit them, and even if it does, it's not going to be for very long. But now I can try to automate this. Granted, I might do that after the fact. Once a solar storm hits, at least I have the ability to come in here, close the shutters, and then we'll be good. That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. So that solves our illumination stress issue. So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue working on expanding our base. So let's see, I need 2 plus 8, so I need 10 more steel frames. Well, actually, you know what we're going to do. We're just going to make another stack of 60. Or not 60, but 30. Iron frames. I do have a little bit of steel on me. I'm going to have to make another batch of steel. And I'm going to need another batch of steel sheets, and I'm going to need a lot of steel sheets. And I need water and food here too, so... There's water. And there's food. How are you guys doing? Oh, you guys are doing fantastic. Alright, let's head outside. My suit's over here. And then I actually need to work on the outside of our base too, and actually place all the walls and stuff. Okay. So that's that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be another airlock right here. And then this room, or what I have right here, is going to be our hangar. And then these are going to extend this way and this way. I think that'll look good. Alright, so let's see, I need 15, 30, 33, 36. So 36 on top, 33 on the bottom, which is 69, 71, 73. 73 steel ingots worth of steel sheets. Which what I might do, because I can always use more, is I might just make a crap ton of steel sheets just to make sure I have enough. So if I need 73, I can round up to 80, or even just do an even 100 worth of steel sheets. Because I can always use steel sheets. Alright, so that's going to take a minute. So in the meantime, let's go and weld what we can outside. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I might actually move these suits. Which actually, maybe having them right here wouldn't be a bad idea. Instead of way up here. So suit storage 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And then I can actually hook all that up too at some point. There we go. That looks better. Sweet. Let's see. How many do we actually have right now? We have a few, so we'll just do this. That's almost a full stack anyways. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, let's head out. I'm gonna have to swap out my nuclear battery here at some point too. Okay. This is gonna be a lot of welding. It'll be worth it though. That's a lot of welding. And that's all our steel sheets for right now. So what I'll probably end up doing here is swapping out our battery too, just because... Oh yeah, my nuclear battery's right there. There we go. Alright, let's go inside and grab another batch of steel sheets. I need to automate this room too. Okay, sweet. So let's work on the top part now. I'm gonna keep these ones open for now so that I can run our pipes through. Okay, so now I need even more steel sheets. I don't. We're almost done though, so we really don't need a whole lot more. And I am building two sections at one time instead of just one section. I need to figure out what I want to do in these hallways here because I can put some furniture, kind of make it like actually nice in here, but you guys will have to give me like some suggestions. Here, let's push those in. So 45 steel in here. That's insane. Yeah, I might have done overkill on the steel sheets, but I can always use steel sheets, so that's why I don't really mind doing that. Alrighty. Now, you know what I could do if I really wanted to, what's the word? If I really wanted to go all out because of the solar storms, I could make it so, um, every wall and window in my base is a composite window. So then if a solar storm hits, I can close every window in our base until it's gone. And I could even try to automate it with the weather station. Granted, I would have to do that a little bit differently. The easiest way to automate that would be to hook it up to our main power line, the weather station. The downside is I'd have to have. Well, actually, that would actually work. Because I hook it up to our main power. Actually, no, that wouldn't really work because then the logic would be on this cable right here. And if I hook this cable to this, we're going to short circuit everything. So I'd probably have to do the same thing that I'm doing with our solar panels, actually. Like write logic using logic chips. And then just use a batch writer in every room. That would work. Yeah, let me figure out the automation process for the one room first, and then we might do that at some point. Granted, I don't think you can place. Oh, that's going to be difficult. I guess what I could do is it could be on the ceiling instead. Like, I think that's how I did it in my Vulcan base. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. Alright, this should be the last batch that I need here. Yeah, we're just about done. Now the next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a crap ton of pipes. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I guess I could have split this into sections, but that's okay. Oh, these are producing 766 watts. Dang, so it's even more than the 760. Okay, so I'm going to need a bunch of pipes to extend our pipe network out. I'm going to have a living quarters. Which the living quarters, I kind of want to make it like a multi-level. The only downside of that is if I place another room right here with solar panels on top, the multi-level is going to mess with our solar panels. Unless I end up moving this, which I'm going to move all this anyways. So theoretically, if I place our living quarters, say, right here, I could place our launch pad right here, not have to worry about the solar panels getting interfered with. And then I can place a couple rooms over here, have a big old launch pad or something right here. That would work. Let's see, I do need some more walls and stuff so I can finish the outside of our hydroponics bay, or hydroponics room. I need to finish the outside of our manufacturing room. And there's a few different things I need to do. And then I need walls so I can finish this. Okay, we have a lot of work ahead of us. So I think what we're gonna do right now is let's focus on walls. So 4 walls we need 10, 20, 30, 34. 34, that's 68. I need 68 walls total for these 2 rooms. That's not counting these guys. 68. Let's see here. 78, 88, 98, 108. 104. Or no, 112, 116. I need like 121 walls actually for everything that I want to do here. No, just a few. And then that's just walls. That's not including plastic sheets and glass that I need. Good God. Okay, well, I'm going to need a bunch more silicone versus what I have. So, yes, I am slowly expanding our base there. You know what? We'll just do an even 100. I'm going to have to make some more steel here pretty soon. Oh, that's a lot of walls. And unfortunately, I can't really use flat walls. Okay, that's a lot. So I guess what I can do in the meantime, because I'm going to have to go grab some more silicon, we can go do that really quick while we're waiting for all these walls to actually get built. Or what I could do is automate our shutters. God, that's amazing. That's so good. So, yeah, since that is able to detect solar storms, whenever, let's see here, weather station, mode error activate. Next weather event time. That'd be nice to actually see that. So it's on currently. So activate. I'm wondering if it is activated when it's in the red. I'm gonna have to mess around with that. I'm not gonna do that this episode. Let's go grab some silicon because I'm gonna need a lot of it for what I want to do here. Water's fine, food is fine, oxygen's good, battery's good, so we should be good to go. Alright, so 2 hallways, and then I'm gonna figure out what I want to do on each side here. Mode is what you want? Okay, yeah, thank you. I was wondering what that was gonna be. Alright, let's head over to our outpost. Mode 1 storm incoming, mode 2 storm active. Okay. Because what I'll probably do, because it's a solar storm, is I'll automate our window shutters to close once the storm is active. Because it'll detect it before the sun even rises, I feel. Whee! Like, you can just launch yourself. I really wish you can make like a trader shuttle and fly around. Like you would need like rocket fuel or something to actually fuel it, but that'd be freaking amazing. Alright, should be over here. This is a good way to kind of conserve propellant. Is just kind of launch yourself in the air. Let's see, I've never been able to grab a full stack of 100, or not 100, but 500. And there's almost 300 in here, so that's not bad. Let's see, I don't really need any more iron, any more copper. I guess I could grab a couple more stacks of coal, because I can always use more steel, so... Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab... Yeah, we'll grab 3 stacks of coal. Alright, perfect. Let's head home. And then I do want to build a rocket, and so I can launch it, so I can actually scan each region so I could figure out where I want to build some more deep mining outposts. Because I have gold, copper, iron, and silicon. I would need like lead, nickel, cobalt would be nice, and silver. Those three. Speaking of silver. Actually, I wonder how much gold we have in there right now. Your character has survived 138 days without dying. That's crazy. It's almost 6 months. Yeah, go for it. There's home sweet home. Whee!
Power low.
Power's fine. I want to go see. I want to see how much gold we have. Since this was our first deep miner that we built. We have 20, so that's what, 10,000? That's insane. Okay, so that was a successful outing to our outpost. Well, I did have quite a bit of coal on me, didn't I? Oh well, I can always use coal. And then we have some silicon. Oh geez. There's all our walls. Let's do this. We'll place these windows. There are regions I call SNO, means silver, nickel, lead ratios. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I figured there were probably multiple regions, like each of them with different variants of ores and stuff, so it's not really a spoil, but thanks for the warning. There we go. So I guess what I can do now, because I made a bunch of walls, I'm gonna need a bunch of plastic sheets. Let's do... I don't really think I even... Let's do 50. 50 ingots worth of plastic sheets. That's going to give us 100 plastic sheets. Which I'm probably going to need more than that, but that's a good start. Alright, so let's place all of our walls. Okay. Ah, I just jumped into the wall. That's fine. And hang on one second. This is one thing I always tend to neglect is the outside of our base. Alright, so that looks good there. Let's do this side. Nice. The cat wants out of my room. Alright, come on. Go for it. I close my door and then I hear a scratch and she's like, let me out. Okay, and then these top ones are done. Those are done. Perfect. Let's do this side over here. Alright, so those two rooms are done. And I have this room done. I'm probably going to place like flooring or something on the top too, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so that's all those windows and everything placed there. That's fantastic. Now I can work on these guys. I still need to place windows on the inside too. Gosh dang it. Wow, my math was pretty spot on, wasn't it? So we have these guys right here too. And then I guess what I could do is just... That was not bad, and I ended up with 2 left over. One thing I do want to do is I want to get more seeds. Speaking of, what I might end up doing now is let's expand our hydroponics bay a little bit because I do need to want to get more seeds and everything. Let's see here. Probably gonna need more than this, which is kind of crazy to think. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll make another 2 stacks there. Let's put all of this back. Let's see, I need to do another 9. So what, 18? And each of these is what, 5? 10. Holy crap. Okay, well. Maybe I should have grabbed iron. Granted, I still have another 500 right here, so we have plenty of iron and stuff. Okay, so on that note, I guess what I could do, because I would need to do all the glass as well. I'm just gonna have to remember. Alright, so that's 12. I'm gonna count all these. 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 32. I'm not going to do the normal walls yet. 32, 33, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So that's 48 right there. Which, let's just worry about these ones for right now. So I need 48 or a stack of 50 glass. And I want to place a bunch of railings here too. Well, good thing I made more plastic sheets because I needed a lot more. So and then I need 48 pieces of glass for those 2 rooms there. Alrighty, let's take our suit off for a minute. Keep our hygiene levels down. I do need some water. And then I would like to make a water fountain. I want to do that when I build our living quarters, though. Hey, more plastic sheets. Perfect. I need 48. Let's do... Don't need that much. And glass. Alright. So then I think what we're going to do here... Yeah, let's do it this way. We'll do it like that. There we go. So then, yeah, one of these is going to be potatoes. The other one's going to be soybeans. I do need some pipe. I'm going to need more than 3. I could turn all that into insulated pipe too, because it's technically insulated right now. Yeah, I'll turn all that into insulated pipe at some point. So for right now, what we're going to do is grab this and that. Sharing the water. Let's go up here. Sharing the water. Perfect. So I'm thinking what I'll do is this first batch is going to be soybeans. This will be potatoes back here. Then I can do there we go. Perfect. And let's plant all the mushrooms. Sweet. So then that's still a 1-to-1 ratio of these producing oxygen and these taking in the CO2, or the never mind, these produce CO2, which in turn feed these. This produces oxygen, which in turn feed these. So that's a perfect 1-to-1 ratio there. So nice. My guy is a little bit hungry, so let's make or eat some more French fries. And then water's good. Is all the glass done? It is. Alright, so let's put that there. Let's head outside and continue working on our outside of our base here. And then I do have about 10 minutes of the stream left, so we are making quite a bit of progress here, which is nice. Do I really need glass here? No, but I like the way it looks, so. Plus, if I have to dismantle the inside wall for any reason, then I don't have to risk decompressing our base. So if my math is right, we should only have 2 glass sheets left after all this. Heck yeah, look at that. Sweet, and then if I need to dismantle the inside wall for whatever reason, we're able to. That's looking, that's looking so good. Place an arc furnace in a sealed room, preferably pressure proof. Then set a means to collect the CO2 like filtration, then cook the CO2 in the furnace. Does that just make, like, almost glitch it so it just makes an infinite amount of CO2? Oh, for coal. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the CO2 because I was reading up on the mushrooms and stuff, and they produce enough. So one mushroom produces enough CO2 for one plant, and one plant produces enough oxygen for one mushroom. So it's a perfect 1-to-1 ratio. Dang, look at that. That looks so good. Our base is getting big. I love it. So yeah, so what I'll probably do on the top here is I'll probably just do normal flooring on the top actually, and then I can have like a railing or something. But I'm gonna put railings along our little pathway that we have going around our base. Dang, this is looking good. Now I need an ungodly amount of pipes so I can extend our pipe network all through here. It's not infinite CO2 gas. The gas is coal extremely fast and it works on mined coal. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really go out and mine a whole lot of coal anymore just because I have an infinite amount of. That's one thing that I understand why, but at the same time, I feel like the deep mined coal or deep mined ores in general should allow you to degas them. Or maybe they could be. I don't know. It also makes sense because it goes through the centrifuge, which I don't know. Okay, so what do I want to do now? Alright, let's take a look at our nitrogen, because that's kind of concerning. Yeah, that's 54 degrees. That's not normal. So there is an issue with our... That's working, that's not working. I think these are too... The temperature... Yeah, the temperature differential's too much here, so it's not working how it should be. Um... So in order to do that... I mean, I could fix it. I'd probably have to make some more cable. Yeah. Let's try something here really quick. Should have just left it how I had it. Oh, oops, I need back pressure regulators on these guys. Okay, now... We'll do pressure regulator there, pressure regulator there. Something's not working right. Everything's set up how it should be. I guess what I could do. Here, let me try something else because I need to get. There's too much of a temperature differential there. So let's do this. Let's use these for because it's all nitrogen. I mean, I can cool it either way. What if I close this? Yeah, these just are not doing what I need them to do. Oh, sure, now it's working. That was on the whole time too. So I'm not sure how that turned unless it was just a visual glitch or something, because now it's working. Interesting. Well, that is slowly dropping, so that's actually working pretty good. So what if I... Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Alright, we're just going to keep an eye on this, but I might just have to do it like that. We'll put this stuff back for right now, because I just need to get that nitrogen cool. Granted, I'm going to have to worry about having liquid in there, which I guess I could always swap it to liquid nitrogen too. I'll have to mess around with it, but we'll see how that actually works. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to call the episode here. We actually did quite a bit. The main thing I did is I figured out the solution to our illumination stress issue of our soybeans. So essentially all I did is I placed shutters, the control panel here, and I am going to automate. I'm going to mess around with it. So essentially when this is detecting a storm, the shutters will close, and then when the storm is over, the shutters will open. But that's fantastic. I love that. That looks so good. I could technically do it on every window that we have during a solar storm, because that would make it, well, make me able to walk around my base without blinding myself, which would be nice. So yeah, we did that, and then we are working on expanding our base, which I can't actually see right now because I don't have my suit on. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Europa too, is you can get gas and just insta freezes. But yeah, then we are slowly expanding our base here. What I'm thinking I want to do is I want to build like a living quarters or something over here, and I would like to make that multi-level. I think that'd be kind of fun. The only downside of that is I plan on having solar panels on top of our living quarters, which means that directly across from that I can't really have solar a room with solar panels on top, just because if I make our living quarters multi-level, then it's going to block the sunlight from these solar panels over here. So my thought process is moving this over here, Because I'm going to move all this regardless, because I'm going to place the hangar right there. So then I can dismantle all of this. And then place another couple of rooms over here. Try to figure out what rooms I want to make next. But I do want to make like a living quarters over here. So having the launch pads for our rockets over here makes more sense. Yeah, so maybe we'll end up doing that. But yeah, in the next episode, I'm gonna go and grab a crap ton more silicon. I'm gonna have to probably mine some of it myself and then smelt it, because I'm gonna need an ungodly amount of pipes, because I'm gonna fully extend our pipe network through here, and then it's gonna go all the way to the end down here, and I'm just gonna put it within these walls here so it's already pre-made, so I don't have to dismantle the walls at a later date like I'm gonna have to do with these guys. But then once all the piping's done, I can place walls and windows and stuff on the inside, and then I can focus on pressurizing this, which I'm gonna need a lot more oxide and stuff for that as well, which I'm gonna have to go out on a couple mining runs in order to do that. But once I have that done, then I can start focusing on our hangar, which the hangar is gonna go right here. And it's going to be a fairly large hangar, and I do want to be able to pressurize it so I can get all different types of traders in, but I think that's going to be fun. But on that note, I'm going to... What's your home region? I can't remember. Let me look really quick before I exit. Let's take our suit off. Taking the suit off is actually a good habit to get into, because then you don't have to worry about your hygiene, like, ever. I'm in Montes Umbrarum. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, so that's the region I'm currently in. One thing I do want to do is I want to test out like the new scanning features of the rocket, so that I can find different regions to set up our deep mining outposts. So that's my ultimate goal, is to launch a rocket, scan the regions, and then slowly keep expanding our base. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to call the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later.